was a little girl, before she was a competitive swimmer, what did she dream of being when she grew up?
She didn't know what she wanted to be when she was young. She just loved to be playing in the water. I'm sorry, everybody hear the question, right? Yeah, she just loved to play in the water. And then, that's how it started when, her classmate from first grade, they all want to go take swim class, and she wanted to go. So I take her, and that's how it started. Yeah.
When did you notice, or when did she come to you and say, I'm ready for the next level of training?
I don't think she never think about that sort of thing. And it just happened, she loved swimming. First of all, she had took 2 years swimming in a swimming school. It's not a team. So after that 2 years, and the coach there and saw her potential, I guess, and tell me that I should bring her to join a swim team, because
what's her age around that time?
8 years old. Yes. So I didn't know anything about competitive swimming, and I thought she just have fun to go swimming, taking swimming lesson. So when they also the other parents saw that and also give me some advice, I should go take her to try out to join the team. So I said, okay, where do I go? So they told me that, Asphalt Green in New York City. So that's where I take her to try it out. And then that summer she started swimming.
So when did you, or Leah, know that she needed more private training?
Well, actually, when she was young, she have, swimming elsewhere before the Asphalt Green. So, and she know one of the teammates, they want to go to, doing technique with the group called Swim Gym. So she been going there once a week, and before she start, the team. And then when she start going to team, she never took any private lesson. But she stayed with Swim Gym just for maybe a couple years. And then the coaches advised her, well, you swim here, you maybe didn't have time to, go to elsewhere. You want to, meet all the, practice schedule. So she wouldn't have time to go anywhere else.
So what's the best nutrition to put into your body before a swim workout? What's the best nutrition to put into your body after your swim workout?
I know kids always could eat. I know Leah's could eat. And normally I pick her up from school. After school, I always bring her some snack or lunch. And then after that, and she do her homework, and then she go to practice. And right after practice, I go home. I will have dinner ready for her already. So I didn't think about any particular special, diet or, nutrition food. I just do regular cooking, but I'm not buying from outside. I always home cooking. Yeah, so a lot of vegetable, and she loves nunu and rice. So when she's young, they burn her off anyway. Yeah, so it's as long not too much, she never have soda. As of today, she never likes soda, so she don't drink soda. Yeah, and stay healthy is just a lot of fruit. Yeah, take a banana right after practice, because I understand, I don't know, all your coaches mentioned, like right after practice, within half an hour, have a chocolate milk or have a banana or have an apple juice to help them recover quicker. Yeah, if you pass a half an hour, it don't work that way. So you have to do it right after. So.
As a parent, what are some of your biggest challenges? The best challenges and the worst challenges of being a swim mom?
I enjoy every bit of it. I drive her to practice. I love to sit there and watch her swim. I enjoy it so much. But I see a lot of other parents, they just drop them off. They go on to do their errand or something. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to miss any of it. Yeah. So,
Great job.
yeah, and I really enjoy it. And then at the competition, I drive her all over the country. And at the beginning, I wasn't a good driver. And then I become, getting better and better, yeah. And, in the back of the old day, they don't have a GPS, right? I have to print out the map and then study it, and next morning I go, yeah. And she helped me to read the map or something.
And you have this big boy right here.
They're busy on themselves. Yeah. So, in other words, I don't know what is the worst. The worst is like spend a lot of time that I can't do anything else on my own. I cannot take a vacation. The coach wouldn't allow it because swimming is a thing that you cannot stop for a week or 2 weeks because it takes you a long, many practice to catch back where you at. So, yeah. So I, at the beginning of the year, we, before she finished high school, we never have a vacation.
Did Leah have any struggles balancing her academic and her athletic life?
She doesn't have, well, she always tells me as a swimmer, doesn't have a life like normal life. She had to work harder than other people, and she has to be organized. That helped her organize actually for, long run anyway, to balance herself, to get her homework done, so she have time to go finish practice, and then she could have time to rest. And she wouldn't have time to hang out with her friends, like other, they're not swimmer, and they go to mall, they go to a party, and hang out. And she missed all that, but I guess she mind a little bit. Sometimes she complain, but she know what she have to do to improve her time. And when she, on the block to compete, and see her time and improve, and that's bring her much more, happy than hang out, I guess.
As a parent, I'm sure you're always concerned about the safety and health of your child. Did you ever worry about Leah developing swimming-related health issues at such a competitive level?
Thank God, she never really complained or have a bad injury all the way up to college. And I think it's most important is the technique. You do it right, and also you warm up, and that too, you're able to avoid some of the injury. And I think when she go to college, and when she's young, before go to college, you don't lift weight because they still growing, they still young, I guess. So when they go to college and everybody, besides swimming, you got to go to, lift room to lift weight. And maybe somehow she's not used to it, and she, also she grow too as a woman, grow older, her body change. So when your stroke would be a little bit off, different than when you were young. So she didn't realize it, and the last year of her college year, she found the shoulders really bother her, but she thought what this is supposed to be the muscle pain or something. So she just didn't do anything with it, and then until they have a trial in 2018 or something, and she swam that, and she didn't make that team to go to, I forgot what it is. Anyhow, and she didn't make it, and she very upset, and she feel pain, and then she talked to USA. They have a doctor and everybody there for you. So she went to talk to them, and they suggest she should, they said, did you ever looked at it and take a MRI? And she never, because she didn't think that she is anything wrong. So it was surprising. The doctor said, wow, you've been swimming all your life, you never check it out, so you should. So she went to have an MRI check out. And luckily, and it's nothing really broken or tear, but it's something, maybe it's overwork or something, and they need some kind of physical therapist to help to fix it. So that's what she did. yeah, after she finished college. So she have time also to do that. Yeah, and now, and I think she's better. She's pretty good, yeah. So I don't know, consider as an injury.
When Leah was young, you had to take her to all of her practices. You lived in Brooklyn. She practiced in Manhattan. How did you manage all of that?
I appreciate all you hear, all your parents, you know, you all do it for your kids. Just, you know, I'm doing the same thing in what you've been doing. So we do what we can. And luckily, by the time Leah is the youngest, like I said, my older son is 20 years older, so all my kids is like, by that time they working or they in college, so I have time for Leah. So I be there all the time with her. So yeah, that's help. If you have, yes, if you have one parent at least able to do that, that would be perfect. Otherwise, I mean, she just spoiled. You know, I able to take her everywhere. That's why when she finished high school, she meet up with the people visiting. I mean, like a group to all go to Stanford, and they have a group to meet together. And I drive her there. I wait for her outside, and when she leave, everybody leave and go take a train. And she said, "Oh, I don't know where to train, but I'll take. My mom gonna pick me up." And they laugh at her. They said, "What? You still have your mommy picking you up?" Yeah. So after that, she said, "No, Mom, I'm gonna try to take a train myself." Yeah. Well, for the traveling to practice, right? In the morning, when she's 14 years old, she start morning practice and afternoon, maybe 2 or 3 times a week only. But the coach would want her to do it earlier, like 13 years old or so, and she couldn't do it because she have the homework, and by the time she finished at night and wake up early morning at 5 to make the 5:30 practice, and she couldn't do it. She had migraine, she had headache. A couple of times we tried it. So I talked to the coach. I said, you know, she's too young and she could not do that. Let's, you know, do it later when she grow older. And that's another thing I want to say. You know, kids need sleep to grow, yeah, to be taller, I think. Everybody told me that. Make sure the kids sleep, yeah. You know, once they grow, become past that age, you know, and then they stop growing, then it's too late, you know. So make sure they're young, let them sleep a lot. And so for me, because I live downtown Brooklyn, right next to the Brooklyn Bridge, so for me to drive from my house is like 15 minutes. There's no traffic early in the morning. So I drop her to the pool. Sometimes I waited there, sometimes, you know, because I want to watch her swim. But as she later on in high school, and then because the school is a few blocks away, so she have other classmates also go to the same school. So they finish swim and they just walk together to the school. And also at that time, the Sacred Heart have a practice in the same pool also in Agua. So sometimes they just there too anyway, yeah. And then I could go home and do whatever, do some shopping, cooking, get the food ready, and then I'll, you know, 3 o'clock, sometimes I meet her and give her something to eat and rest a little bit in the car, and then go in the Agua, do some homework, and then she go to swim. And yeah, and then I'll bring her back home. That's my schedule.
We all know that Lee is a great athlete, but she's human too. Does she ever express frustration around being such an elite athlete and all of the work that that entails?
Yeah, a lot of frustration for her, especially because she did well at the competition or the race, and the coach expect more from her. And at the practice, the coach never happy about her practice. Don't think that she tried hard enough. But to her, she thinks she did try, because everybody's different. I think, you know, now the coach maybe some of them maybe understand everybody built different and cannot use one person to compare the other person. And some of the kids, they could swim so much, and then at the competition, they could come up, you know, good time. But for her, and she did what she need to do, and she don't come in the morning swim, But at the competition come, and she always have a fast time. So as one point, the coach told me that, oh, she's very lucky, and so-and-so, they work very hard, double harder than her, and they couldn't, show up, bring the time at the competition, but she do well at the competition. Yeah, so, and he, sometimes, it's not like he meant to give her the hard time, Leah, and sometimes like, it's not her fault. She knows she tried. She could do whatever she can. Sometimes she really hurt or tired. She wants to, slow down a bit. But the coach don't think like, oh, you not hard enough, and then complain and yell at her. And she went, one time I remember she went to the bathroom and cried. She wanted to give it up. She said, and she tell me off in front of everyone, like, you not appreciate, the Oxford can give you a scholarship, and you not try hard enough, blah, 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 all that. And she take it so hard, and she went to the bathroom and cried for so long. I went in, someone tell me, come up, oh, Leah is downstairs in the, bathroom crying. So I went down. So I said, you know what, if you're tired, you just don't worry about it. Take a day off, took a 2 day off, and feel better and come back. Don't worry about it. And she kept trying and say that, I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like I want to quit because he's still not happy. I try all my best. So I almost cried with her. I said, look, if you want to quit, you think you want to quit, then quit if you think, that's what you want. And then she said, but then why I'm going to quit now? I've been swimming all my life.
That's right.
So I said, well, then just take off and relax, and and then you come back. I mean, so that's one of the incident. But many times she talking about very tired, have no life, and certain things she want to go somewhere she cannot go because she have the morning practice and stuff like that. So somehow, and she just have to know, which is more important to her, what she wants to do. And she have to, what's the word say? Determination is very, determination is very hard to keep it, so it's not easy job, for her, come along this way. Even now, and she didn't have class, she graduated, so she have more time to rest and do swimming and do training her body and do the dry land or workout, all that. So she feel much happier now. Don't have the homework behind her back, like she thinking she worry about it. She have the paper to, meet and class to go to, so. Hopefully she do better, she able to go to 220. But I always tell her, don't worry about it, do your best, and if you don't make it 220, and it's okay, it's fine, you made it 2 times already. Nobody did that,
We all know how stressful competition can be. What's Leah's trick for keeping that inner calm and beauty?
Maybe that's how I raise her and talk to her about it, whatever it is, being humble. And, if you don't do well as you wanted, you could always do better next time. She might be upset about it, but, if she, let's say at the competition in the race, she didn't do well. She would be unhappy about it, but she like, she learned from her mistakes. She know she have to improve the next time.